Hi everyone, my name's Jamie Campbell.
And I am Megan Crabbe, and welcome
Welcome
to
to
Anti-Bullying
Anti-Bullying Week
Week 2020.
2020. Some of you might recognise me as the inspiration behind the hit West End musical Everybody's Talking About Jamie.
An absolute living legend right next to me. And you might recognise me off of the internet. I've got a few followers, sometimes on the TV, colourful, talk about body positivity and self-love and all of that stuff.
And we're here today to celebrate Anti-Bullying Week with a workshop that explores self-esteem, identity, and what makes us all unique. To kick things off, we'll outline the workshop, talk you through the steps, and hand you over to your teacher for the rest of the session. We'll be getting arty in just a few minutes, so I hope you're all feeling creative.
I'm feeling creative. I can't wait to show off what we've done as well. Now, before we begin, it's probably important to set up some ground rules because this workshop is going to be exploring issues around self-esteem and how we feel about ourselves. So it can be a little bit sensitive. Nothing wrong with that, but it's good to get some ground rules in. And however you're feeling, if you feel like you need a bit of support, remember that there's tons of places that you can go.
So what are some of the things that we should set as ground rules for a workshop which explores self-esteem? Well, for example, do not talk over each other and let someone finish their point before moving on to the next person. Your teacher might like to pause the video here for a few minutes to gather your group's ideas on what would make a good set of group rules. You don't need many, just 3 or 4 is perfect. Pause here.
I'm sure you come up with some good stuff, but here are some suggestions if you're stuck. First off, like Jamie said, everyone has the right to be listened to and no one should be talked over if they're sharing something. And you're allowed to ask questions. No such thing as a question that is wrong.
Yeah, no silly questions here. Now, we'd like to show you a short video that explores how to take the perfect selfie.
A selfie is someone who grabs their phone and puts it up like that.
It's a photo of yourself, of your face.
And you can start with your arm out.
It could be with other people, and you have to kind of include like your arm so they can see that you're taking a picture yourself.
Yeah.
To take the perfect selfie is an art.
So you have to have the right light in.
I like to do half my face because it makes me look better.
Right.
Make sure you know which side of your face is the best.
Yeah, you have to get the best side of your face.
Yeah.
You should go higher up in a black and white filter.
Whoever has the longest arm.
Here, see, like eye level. Eye level. We're done.
See, my hand's shaking, I can't take it.
That's because you're not doing it right.
And then do the hay fever. People like to do the hay fever. Do like you're really, really shocked at something.
Right. What is it?
Okay.
So do the duck face.
No, this is a boy one. They fully do this, right?
Perhaps to make themselves feel good, to remember the day, like a memory.
I think it's to make themselves feel better.
I was gonna say attention seeking, but that's a bit mean.
Yeah, because
In selfies, it's not real life, so you can kind of control your angle and the makeup you use.
Yeah.
you can check out, you can make sure you look good when you're taking it. If you're on the front facing camera and you don't like it, then
Do it again.
And it's better than if somebody takes a picture of you. So I don't like it when people take pictures of me, but I just prefer it if I take it of myself.
Yeah, you have more control.
Yeah, you can control it.
Have you ever taken a selfie in one of those poses? I know I have. What about you, Megan? Have you?
You know what? I was never about the duck face. However, back in the day, I had the high MySpace angle looking that way. Mastered, nailed it.
Well, I was a bit of a duck face, to be fair. Yeah. Victoria Beckham style. So, what do you think about the reasons given in the video for why people take selfies? Do you agree with them? Maybe now is a good time to pause the video so you can have a group discussion.
I think there are tons of reasons why people take selfies, and they're not all negative. You might take a selfie to stay in touch with others, to communicate with your friends, control the way pictures of yourself look, stave off boredom, maybe show up a little bit, to document your life or express yourself, and sometimes to get attention, which I think has a bad reputation. Sometimes a little bit of attention isn't the worst thing in the world. It's about your reasons for doing it, don't you think, Jamie?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, we all like a bit of attention every now and again, don't we?
Yeah, you with the ruffles.
Yes, of course. We don't need attention. What are you talking about? But yeah, I just think it's important not to get lost in that attention. It's nice to be celebrated, but don't hold all of your self-worth on that.
Absolutely. And I think when we talk about self-esteem, we're talking about how we feel about ourselves, right? And it's something that is always going to change depending on what's going on inside of you and what's going on in the outside world. You know, that we live in a culture that devalues certain people and is always sending us messages about how we should look and who we should be and who we should love and all of that. So our self-esteem is going to vary over time.
Yeah.
We all go through times where we don't feel great about ourselves and times where we feel a little bit better. And there's so many things that can influence that.
Yeah. Life is a roller coaster. You just got to ride it. That James Blunt. Don't know if these people get that reference.
Babe, it's Ronan Keating and we're definitely too old.
Yeah, I definitely don't get the reference either, obviously. So now we want you to create your My True Selfie. So your My True Selfie is an unfiltered, unedited image of yourself expressing who you really are. So in a moment, you'll be given a large piece of paper, and with that large piece of paper, we want you to draw around yourself, and depending on your school's social distancing guidelines, you could get someone to draw around you, but otherwise just sort of do what I did and draw a big random alien shape. Which So this is where you are going to stand in front of, and around it, we want to surround it with positive images about yourself, describing who you are and what makes you happy.
We're going to start by giving you 5 minutes to draw your outline and start adding pictures and words around your outline that describe who you really are. You can focus on your personality, your hobbies, your favorite things, and don't forget to throw in plenty of color.
Yes, we love colour and lots of pictures. So if you're not a confident drawer, just, write words, do whatever is your thing. Okay, this is about expressing who you are. So this is your true selfie.
And after 5 minutes, you can swap your pens around and maybe try and add in some things like what your friends would say about you. If you had to ask your friends what your best qualities were, what would they say? Write those things down as well.
It can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, like laying it out on a piece of paper, like what makes you you. So yeah, asking your friends for advice or even your teacher. And you might be surprised at the things they come back with.
Also, don't be afraid to brag about yourself a little bit. Like, let's big ourselves up here. Let's flex a little bit. What makes you the person that you are? Get it all down there. Jamie, should we show our examples that we made? Mine's a little bit smaller than yours.
Yes, of course mine's big and large and excessive, like me. So this is my true selfie. So my drag persona is called Fifi Latrue. So I tried to have a little play on words here. So I put my Latrue selfie, getting a bit of branding in there. But yeah, some of the things I wrote on mine, and like my family and friends, they really influence who I am and have a really important part in my life. As does clothing and fashion. So I wrote clothing and fashion on there because I feel like clothing and style is like expressing yourself out there, and it's sort of your costume and your armour that you put out into the world. So I put that on there. I love musicals, especially everybody's talking about Jamie, guys. You know, it's the best musical out there, of course.
It's a fantastic musical. I'm not just saying that because you're here. It's brilliant.
Oh, thank you, Megan. You're always so sweet. And then some other things I brought on are people like icons like Kylie, Madonna, Gaga, because they definitely influenced my childhood. You know, at the bottom of the playground, putting on Kylie Minogue shows for everybody. They loved it. And then, yes, I've also put drag on there. Confidence, caring, sharing, personality traits that my mum said I've got. And I love dancing, so we've got that on there. Laughing, dogs, and my favourite colour, pink. And for my little pictures, I just decorated it a bit with a crown because, you know, I am a queen. And yes, some very dramatic eyebrows here. And yeah, crystal jewellery, which I'm never without. Now let's see yours, Megan.
Beautiful. Jamie, I can't live up to that. Although our true selfies have a couple of similarities. I cheated, everyone. I did it on a computer. Don't hate me for it. Here we go. Right, my true selfie. We share the dog. We share the love of dogs. I like dogs more than I like humans, I'm not going to lie. Then we have Lizzo. Lizzo is my queen and savior. I love her so much. So obviously I had to add in a little cartoon of Lizzo playing the flute. We have books and a pen. I love to read, and I'm also a writer. Stories, poetry, nonfiction, all of it. This is me and my sister Gemma, who I'm also a carer for. She has cerebral palsy, and I've been part of her care team for a long time, and I hang out with her on the weekends. That's what I'm doing this weekend. Then we have some phrases. Makes great cookies. Very important part of my personality. Stands up for others. Compassionate and creative. So I think these are the things that sum up my true selfie. Throw in the purple hair as well, you've got to.
Yes, of course, the purple hair. Oh no, that was amazing, Megan. I love that.
I've got to say, I really, really enjoyed making my true selfie. I think it's easy for us to get like really caught up and have days where we're a bit low and we think, what does everyone else think about me? So to actually sit and focus on what makes me me and what I'm proud of, I really enjoyed doing that. So I hope you all are going to enjoy doing that as well.
Yeah, same, Megan. I really, really loved it too. Like, sometimes we forget, we get a bit caught up in life and we don't fully remember who we are. So it's nice to get it out on a piece of paper and to express ourselves. So once you've drawn your My True Selfie, if you stand in front of it in the space that you've drawn out and take a selfie, that would be amazing. If you're allowed your phones in school, do it now, or if not, do it afterwards. And we would absolutely love to see them all. So if you'll upload them to any of the social media channels, if you use the hashtag MyTrueSelfie and tag @AntiBullyingPro, we'll find them, and I can't wait to see them all.
I can't wait either. I hope some of you have put Lizzo on there as well. If you have, we can be friends. Also, teachers, don't think you're getting out of this because we want to see your true selfies as well. Hit us with the colours, hit us with who you truly are, and we would love to celebrate that. Thanks for hanging out with us today in this workshop, everyone, and happy Anti-Bullying Week.
Happy Anti-Bullying Week!
Bye!